Good evening, my people. Rokani Media Football Show it is, and we're here to talk about the Arsenal domino. You know, this domino is really very important to talk about. Gyokeres, Nketiah, you know, it's really getting interesting every other day that really passes by because a lot is really happening. I tell you, a lot is really happening. And I tell you what, if you thought it was over, it's not yet over. And we all know to it that Nketiah's deal to join Bournemouth, he was really off after Bournemouth came up and obviously made a decision to not get in Nketiah, and they went in for Evan Nilsson. You understand? And now looks like there is something hot on the table as Nketiah is wanted by the side of what is it called? Nottingham Forest. And the first bid was rejected. That shows that the interest was really imminent and it was really concrete, and it was David Austin that really went ahead, obviously put out that story out for us here onto this channel, and we are like, we are gonna come up and obviously broadcast this news to you all, and obviously understand that everything is really going on as planned. So there is also a story coming through from Barcelona, right? Should I even include Barcelona? Let me first get this done. Let me first get this out of the way of Nketiah and a man known as Santiago, then Viktor Gyokeres. Welcome to this channel. Smash like button, comment and share. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets. Mono Gadgets are dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. They also deal in what we call used phones and used laptops into the mix. So that's what we are obviously getting in through from the man, or from the side known as Mono Gadgets. So you can as well follow them on TikTok at Mono Gadgets, and you can call them on phone +256 70 9988 665. That's how things are really gonna be panning out. Thank God for the gift of life, and for the Muslims, thank Allah for the gift of life. Now we all know to it that the coming in through of Viktor Gyokeres to Arsenal depends on Nketiah, though there are fears on whether they will obviously sign a striker, because it looks like they're now having two strikers in Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus. But the original plan was to obviously move on Nketiah, and after moving on Nketiah, you get in a player called Gyokeres. That was the original plan. I tell you, it was the original plan, and I tell you, maybe it has gonna hit to change, but on some other hand, I believe it hasn't gonna hit to change. And yesterday there was some movement of Nketiah out of Arsenal. Looks like he has gonna hit to agree everything to join Nottingham Forest, and this was published by David Austin, and it told us that exclusive Nottingham Forest working on a deal to sign Nketiah from Arsenal, £25 million, add-ons included, opening bid rejected, but talks continue. Nottingham top target. Nottingham top striker target is Nketiah. Arsenal want 30 to 35 million pounds. Crystal Palace retain interest but no current club-to-club talks. You understand? So this is something that will obviously revive the happiness that you guys really had about this deal of Nketiah. You understand? Because a lot has been said, and as you know, Arsenal have to lose a striker or a player to get in another player. Why is it like that? Because the moment Arsenal gets in Gyokeres and they keep Nketiah, they'll be having close to 4 players into that position competing. You understand? Something that any manager wouldn't really want to obviously face, you know? And if at all you don't want to face such, all what you have to do is simple. Go ahead and put in the required shift altogether. And what is the required shift altogether? The required shift is to go on and really move on Nketiah. After moving on Nketiah, get in a player called Viktor Gyokeres. So Arsenal is really working tooth and nail to move on Nketiah. And remember, today is 20th, and we're left with just 10 days, and we don't know whether these two deals will happen in 10 days. The deal of Mikel Merino, I don't know whether it will happen in 10 days, and the deal of the man himself, known as known and the deal of a man himself known as Viktor Gyokeres, and it's all about Gyokeres and Merino. Those two deals, we don't know whether they can happen in these remaining 10 days, because when you look at the deal of Ricardo Carafiori, it took a month to happen. This one of Mikel Merino is lagging on to 2 months. So I don't know whether Arsenal will use these remaining 10 days to obviously get this deal of Viktor Gyokeres happening. But it shows you there is movement at Arsenal, and we all know to it that the movement or the departure of Nketiah will result into Arsenal bringing in a striker this summer transfer window. And that's it. That's what you are getting in from the man himself known as David Austin, meaning that it's really serious and Nottingham Forest is really doing the needful. And wait and see whether they'll go in with a second bid, because Arsenal want 35 million pounds, 30 million pounds plus 5 million pounds of add-ons. That's what Arsenal really want, and I don't know whether they'll be really ready to obviously take it on, but Arsenal is very serious. And you know why Arsenal has really a lot of confidence in the deals of Nketiah? Because Nketiah went ahead to sign, I think, a 4-year deal with a further option year, and I think that was in the summer of 2022, I think it was in the summer of 2022, right? Because they wanted to move him on, and he came up and obviously put in a very big shift towards the end of the season, you understand, and he was given a new contract. And I think now he has played for, I think he has so far played, I think, 1 or 2 seasons of his contract that he signed, right? And as it stands right now, he's that kind of person that you have to trust and obviously know that your money is there. So as it was like that, there came a story from Fabrizio Romano confirming to us that it's okay. They are interested in Nketiah, but there is another striker that they are also really eyeing to obviously bring into the mix. And he went ahead and told us, that is Fabrizio Romano, that Nottingham Forest have sent bids for both Santiago Jimenez and Nketiah. Initial proposals rejected. Nottingham Forest will end up signing only one striker, but talks continue on both sides to make decision soon. So what is happening right now is that the side of Nottingham is really testing waters, both waters, in Netherlands, in Feyenoord, where Jimenez plays at, and in Arsenal, where the lad known as Nketiah plays at. And they're like, let's test these waters and see what the result is really gonna be, because we want these players. They want them all at the club of, they want one out of the two. Now, we don't know who is really going to be expensive, but I believe Santiago Jimenez is the most expensive of Nketiah, because for Santiago Jimenez, they will want a minimum of 40 million pounds. You get? As Feyenoord. But for Arsenal, they want 30 to 35. That is it. That's what they want. So I believe Nketiah will be really that striker that they will go up for. And when you look at Nottingham Forest, and what David Austin is going to hate to say, it's obviously going to be Nketiah. He's top on the list, as David Austin has gone ahead to indicate. Though they went ahead to make a bid for Santiago Jimenez, I think that is like threatening Arsenal that we are going to walk away. But I tell you, Arsenal is not going to be moved by such a bid. Why? Because Arsenal has found itself in a position of knowing how much Santiago Jimenez costs, because Santiago Jimenez was once wanted by Arsenal. And Arsenal have been scouting him. They know the price. At a point X, it was 60 million pounds. You get? But it has gone ahead to fall off to like 40 million pounds. You understand? And he's only continue to get better and better as a player. So Feyenoord will be like, let's obviously hold him a little bit for one more season and see what he's really going to result into. If he results into a better person, then we'll find ourselves in a better position of obviously getting done and dusted into the deal. So I think that's really something huge to really hint on and really know about this deal of Santiago Jimenez. But I believe Nottingham will take Nketiah. And the moment Nketiah leaves, then Viktor Gyokeres will obviously come on and obviously get into the side of Arsenal. So it's like Nketiah, goes, Gyokeres comes in. It's a question of not it's not a question of if. It's not a question of if, it's not a question of how. I tell you. I think it's a question of it's a departure question that will. It's a question of will. I think it's a question of will. Will he leave or he will be here? That is it. Here onto the Rokani Media Football. Thank you guys for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about the story of Nketiah in, or Gyokeres in, Nketiah out, as Nottingham Forest are pushing hard to get this guy done and dusted. So guys, we are powered by Mono Gadgets. Call them on +256 70 99 88 665. They'll get you all available with the phones that you want, and then you can follow them on TikTok. You know, brand new phones, brand new laptops. Used laptops, used phones from the United Kingdom are all available into their wide range of products that they obviously showcase. And if you really want to see their showcases, go to TikTok and the rest will be history. We sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David remains my name, and we are out finally.